Good evening and welcome to the news at 6. Here are the headlines of this hour. On Chartered Accountants Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with state chief ministers and chartered accountants on GST. The new tax regime will be vast improvement on the previous system, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. A day after the announcement of the GST regime, traders hold protests in different parts of the country over anomalies and complexities. Many wholesale and retail outlets across the states remain shut. Two terrorists, including a top Lashkar commander, are killed after encounter between security forces and militants in Kashmir's Anantnag district. 2 civilians are among the casualties during the cordon and search operation. And Chinese President Xi Jinping tells Hong Kong that efforts to challenge Beijing are absolutely impermissible. Clashes break out between pro-democracy and pro-China supporters on a day marking 20 years of Chinese rule. Top story this Saturday evening, barely hours after the GST tax regime was launched, the Prime Minister and Finance Minister are holding an interaction with state chief ministers and chartered accountants in the national capital. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has organized a panel discussion on GST, Saturday also being the day that marks CA Day. Prime Minister Modi will address the event in a short while. Before the Prime Minister's address, a panel discussion was also held. The panelists include Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, Revenue Secretary Hansmukh Adhia and members of the industry chambers and traders.
व्यवसायिक भी ये सोचता था कि अगर इस व्यवस्था से बचना है तो वो फिर उल्टे सीधे तरीके सोचता था इसके बदलने के, और देश को इस मोड़ पे हमने लाकर खड़ा कर दिया कि देश की क्षमता कुछ है और हमारी एक्चुअल कलेक्शन कुछ है। तो जीएसटी का आइडिया इसी में से पैदा हुआ कि पूरे देश की कमर्शियल और इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी के लिए इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन में केवल एक टैक्स हो। उस टैक्स में जितनी कमजोरियां पुराने टैक्स में थी उसको हम दूर करें। कोई वेरिंग रेट नहीं होंगे, कोई भी सामान पूरे देश में जा सकता है, कोई नाके नहीं होंगे, टैक्स के ऊपर टैक्स नहीं होगा। जो आपने इंटरिम स्टेज पे टैक्स दे दिया, फाइनल आउटपुट पे आपको उसका क्रेडिट मिल जाएगा।
Meanwhile, commercial activities virtually came to a standstill on Saturday as traders all across the country staged a protest against the implementation of the goods and services tax. Traders are angry at the hurried manner in which GST is being implemented.
Protests against the goods and services tax broke out in different parts of the country on Saturday over anomalies and complexities in the new tax regime. Business in Kolkata virtually came to a standstill as markets, wholesale hubs and even some local grocery shops downed shutters to protest against the implementation of GST. Traders in Agra too staged a protest. The traders are demanding partial or total rollback of GST in certain categories.
कि ये जल्दी पैदा हुआ बच्चा है, इस बच्चे को 9 महीने में पैदा होना चाहिए था, जो 7 महीने में हो गया है। ये जो कल जो उद्घाटन किया है नरेंद्र मोदी ने और जेटली ने, जो उद्घाटन कल किया है वो हिंदुस्तान की 85 लाख व्यापारी और उद्योगपतियों को गुलाम बनाने के लिए किया है।
Most of the shops and other business establishments were shut across Kashmir to protest against the implementation of GST in the state, which is likely to happen soon. The shutdown call was given by Kashmir traders and manufacturers. The traders and the opposition parties claim the new tax regime would lead to erosion of the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. To maintain law and order, authorities imposed restrictions in parts of Srinagar. Most of the shops, wholesale and retail outlets in Patna too remained closed.
सरकार सिर्फ यह सिद्ध करना चाह रही है कि हम बंद कर रहे हैं और लोगों के लिए सैलरीकरण कर रहे हैं, जबकि वर्तमान परिस्थिति में जो व्यापारी है वो मरने के लिए तैयार है। व्यापारी की ऐसी ही स्थिति हो गई जैसे हम लोगों ने अपने आप को जंजीरों से जकड़ के रखा हुआ है। हम व्यापार करने की स्थिति में नहीं रहेगा व्यापारी, तो वो कमाएगा क्या और खाएगा क्या।
Meanwhile, markets which used to be otherwise crowded throughout the day wore a deserted look since morning in Madhya Pradesh's Indore city. Merchants and dealers of the city are protesting against the complex nature of the tax regime. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, as the government announced the launch of India's biggest ever tax reform in the 70 years since independence, the general public remain divided about its impact on the economy and themselves. Take a look.
ईटेबल्स का सस्ता हो गया, काफ़ी ईटेबल्स सस्ता है, चीनी चाय ये सब सस्ता है। एंड बाकी जो कॉस्मेटिक्स वो महंगा है, तो कॉस्मेटिक्स भी वो भी आना चाहिए, सस्ता होना चाहिए।
जीएसटी लागू होने से काफ़ी अच्छा इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है, काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें सस्ती हो रही है। हाँ, कुछ चीज़ें महंगी हुई है, बट हाँ डेली नीड की जो चीज़ें होती है जैसे ग्रॉसरी आइटम्स, वेजिटेबल्स एंड स्पेशली जो स्टेपल्स आइटम्स है, ग्रेन्स हो गए, तो काफ़ी अच्छा स्कीम आ रहा है, काफ़ी अच्छे ऑफर्स आ रहे हैं और काफ़ी बेनिफिट मिल रहा है। एज ए कस्टमर आई एम वेरी हैप्पी।
जो नॉर्मल घर की हैं वो तो सस्ती मिली हैं, जैसे कि अपनी हार्पिक क्लीनर वगैरह हो गया, और एक इसका था रिंगो कंटेनर और रूह अफ़ज़ा शरबत था, उस पर 6% जीएसटी लगा है।
दिल्ली से खरीदना है कि मुंबई जा रहे हैं, अरे नहीं यार मुंबई सस्ता, वहाँ से लेके आ जाओ, तो वो एक हेडक नहीं है कि आप कहीं से भी ऑल ओवर इंडिया आप कहीं से भी खरीद सकते हैं।
जब भी एक पूरा टैक्स लगेगा एक ही बार, तभी उससे बहुत अच्छा होगा, हमारा तो यही विश्वास है।
We'll continue getting more reactions on GST. Meanwhile, in other news, top Lashkar terrorist Bashir Lashkari and his aide were killed in a major gun battle with security forces in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag district on Saturday. This is less than a fortnight after Lashkari led an ambush that killed SHO Firoz Dar and 5 other policemen. Here's a report.
A major gun battle in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag ended on Saturday after security forces killed 2 terrorists, including Lashkar commander Bashir Lashkari. Lashkari and his group were involved in the brutal killing of SHO Firoz Ahmad Dar and 5 other policemen in Achabal area of Kashmir on June 16th.
Militants have been neutralized. One of them, Bashir Lashkar, and he was involved in martyring 6 policemen. Bashir Lashkar was a criminal of highest order. I compliment the policemen and officers of J&K police and security forces for doing a commendable job.
2 civilians also died while 2 others were injured in the crossfire between security forces and terrorists who were holed up inside a house in the area.
Morning, one lady was brought dead to the hospital. She got hit in a crossfire, and I heard now that one more boy has succumbed to his injuries in Skim Saura. Probably he also got hit in the crossfire.
Earlier in the day, security forces had launched a cordon and search operation in Bhatpora village after a tip-off that at least 2 terrorists were hiding in a house. The operation turned into an encounter after the terrorists used residents as human shields and opened fire on security forces. However, the civilians were rescued before the final assault was launched against the ultras.
They had taken 17 civilians as a hostage, and J&K police and security forces successfully rescued them.
Kashmir has seen a rise in militant activities with repeated attacks on security forces and police convoys in recent weeks. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, ahead of the upcoming presidential polls, NDA's candidate Ram Nath Kovind and opposition's Meera Kumar are taking their campaigns across the country. After Jammu, Haryana and Punjab, Kovind started his southern outreach program. In Chennai, he met former Chief Minister of Puducherry N. Rangasamy. Earlier in the day, he also met MLAs and MPs from the AIDMK's Paneerselvam faction. Meanwhile, the opposition's candidate, Meera Kumar, who kicked off her campaign from Gujarat, is in Bengaluru. She met former Prime Minister and JDS leader H.D. Deve Gowda. She will leave for Puducherry on the 2nd of July and later in the day proceed to Kerala. And here are more updates from across the country in Nationwide. The Election Commission launched a special nationwide drive to enroll eligible young citizens in the age group of 18 to 19 years. The Commission will also weed out names of dead voters from the list. It has urged all political parties to help make the drive successful. The drive will conclude on the 31st of July. The shutdown in Darjeeling entered 17th day today on Saturday after an indefinite bandh was called on the 15th of June. Security forces were on high alert and internet services are suspended. Police and security forces patrol the streets with barricades placed in front of government offices and entry-exit points. India once again called on Pakistan to grant consular access to its national Kulbhushan Jadhav, a former naval officer who's facing death sentence over espionage charges and sabotage activities. The Hague-based International Court of Justice restrained Pakistan from executing Jadhav till the duration of the trial in its court. Both countries also exchanged lists of nationals lodged in jails of the other country. A quick break here, but more news follows in a bit. Stay with us.
I think they're ready to surrender.
INA की बागी फौजियों पर अंग्रेज देशद्रोह का मुकदमा चलाएंगे।
उन तीनों के बचने के चांसेस कम हैं।
ये कोई आम केस नहीं, कोर्ट मार्शल है। बोला भाई, ये केस आप कांग्रेस के लिए नहीं, सुभाष बोस के लिए लड़ी।
Lieutenant Gulbaksh Singh Dhillon, Captain Shah Nawaz Khan, Captain P.K. Sehgal. Section 41, waging war against the king. You are charged with murder. Do you plead guilty to the charges read out?
ईमानदारी से आजादी के लिए लड़ने वाली अगर कोई फौज है तो उसका नाम है आजाद हिंद फौज।
The safety, honor and welfare of your country comes first, always.
British Indian Army hand you over to the Japanese Imperial Army.
हिंदुस्तान और अंग्रेजों के बीच एक धागा था, वो टूट गया।
इस बार कुछ ऊपर नीचे हुआ तो देश में बवाल मच जाए। अब जनता किसी अंग्रेज को नहीं छोड़ेगी।
रात दिन अपने सीने विच वजदी आजादी दे राग नू बंद कर ला।
अंग्रेजी अफसरों ने साडी हिफाजत नहीं की, तो वो हमारी वफादारी के हकदार किस तरह हो सकते हैं?
आज हिंदुस्तानी फौज के पास अपना असली मकसद है, हिंदुस्तान की आजादी।
तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा।
ये मुकदमा पूरी इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी का है।
क्योंकि हमने वो दिन देखा है जब हमें ऐसा लगा था कि हमने हिंदुस्तान को वाकई आजाद कर दिया।
देश की आजादी की लड़ाई कोर्ट में लड़ी जा रही है। इस वक्त पूरा देश एक साथ तैनात है।
This trial and its judgment shall be remembered throughout history.
Key areas where Roorkee has contributed heavily is the building of all the dams in the country. Either the University of Roorkee or Thompson College of Engineering was directly involved, or it was supplying the manpower who were doing it. Engineering is not about building things alone. Engineering is about building theoretical models. So the most difficult part of engineering is actually done before you go to actual fabrication or manufacturing.
Watch Eureka with Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi, Director, Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, only on Rajya Sabha Television.
Hemkund Sahib, sacred shrine of the Sikhs, widely acclaimed for being the highest in the world, located in the Himalayas at an altitude of 15,200 feet. The Gurudwara is designed with an image of an upside-down lotus flower.
The story we thought we knew. The story of magnificence the story of bloody battles, of those who ruled and those who left their footprints. The story charting the course of our past. Talking History on Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back. International news. And Chinese President Xi Jinping swore in Hong Kong's new leader, Lam Ching-Ngor, on Saturday with a stark warning that Beijing won't tolerate any challenge to its authority. He said that on a day that also marks the 20th anniversary of the city's return from Britain to China, people in Hong Kong have been demanding full democracy, with recent protests even calling for complete independence from Beijing. But Xi gave a strong warning amid concerns in the city over what is being seen as increased meddling by Beijing.
始终准确把握一国和两制的关系，在具体实践中，必须牢固树立一国意识，坚守一国原则，正确处理特别行政区和中央的关系。任何危害国家主权安全、挑战中央权力和香港特别行政区基本法权威，利用香港对内地进行渗透破坏的活动，都是对底线的触碰，都是绝不能允许的。与此同时，在一国的基础上，两制的关系应该也完全可以做到和谐相处，相互促进。
Well, meanwhile, tens of thousands of protesters gathered in Hong Kong's downtown area for an annual march calling for democracy. Crowds assembled in the afternoon in a sprawling park named after Britain's Queen Victoria, demanding China's President Xi Jinping allow universal suffrage. They marched in sweltering heat through the streets blocked off for the event by the police, with thousands of officers deployed along the route ending at the city's government headquarters. And here's a look at what else made news across the world in Global Buzz. A gunman opened fire inside a New York City hospital, injuring 6 and killing 1 person before killing himself. The assailant was identified as a doctor working at the same hospital who was allegedly dismissed on sexual harassment charges in 2015. US President Donald Trump has called the North Korean regime brutal and reckless. He was addressing a press conference with South Korean President Moon Jae-in at the White House. Trump also warned North Korea that his patience has ended and any advances from their side will be met with a stern response. The Indonesian police committed to reinforcing security for officers after suspected Islamist militants stabbed 2 officers near the police headquarters in Jakarta. The attacker was shot dead and the wounded officers were hospitalized. This is the second such attack in a week. Earlier this week, in fact, another police officer was stabbed to death. A quick break here. More news follows in a bit. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome. I'm Amritanshu Rai and you're watching Constitutionally Yours.
National Commission for Scheduled Tribe, it granted injunction order.
There should be a separation of the Scheduled Tribe Commission.
National Commission for Scheduled Tribe has to be more active.
How the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes deals with the cases of atrocity.
National Commission itself does not have the implementation power.
Watch Constitutionally Yours on Rajya Sabha Television.
Situated at a height of 3,048 meters, the town of Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh is claimed by both India and China. It was historically a part of Tibet, inhabited by the Monpas. The Tawang monastery in the town is the largest Buddhist monastery in India. It was inspired by the 5th Dalai Lama, Ngawang Lobsang Gyatso, and was built in 1681 by Merit Lama Lotre Gyatso. Tawang Monastery stands on top of the mountain, 10,000 feet above sea level, also known as the Golden Namgyal Latse. The centerpiece of the 3-storied monastery is a massive, richly adorned statue of Lord Buddha. In presence, blesses one and all.
Art arisen from a multi-hued cultural canvas. Tradition and cultural fervor dating back centuries. And encircling them all, there's a magic that awes. Embrace your nation's brilliant human warmth. Watch Colors of India, Sundays at 9:30 p.m. on Rajya Sabha Television.
करेंसी बिल्डिंग कोलकाता, इतालवी वास्तुकला का बेहतरीन नमूना। इसे खूबसूरत बनाते हैं आलीशान गुंबद, लोहे का विशाल गेट और जालियां। करेंसी बिल्डिंग एक जमाने में थी देश की अर्थव्यवस्था की जान। कुछ दिनों रिजर्व बैंक का मुख्यालय रही इस इमारत की तब देखते बनती थी आन बान और शान। सन 1833 में बैंक ऑफ आगरा के लिए हुआ था इस 3 मंजिला इमारत का निर्माण।
Welcome back. Some sports news now. And Sports Minister Vijay Goyal felicitated badminton champion Kidambi Srikanth and Chief National Coach P. Gopichand. Srikanth entered the top 10 of the latest Badminton World Federation rankings last week after winning back-to-back 2 titles at the Indonesia Super Series Premier and the Australian Open Super Series. He's now the only Indian to make it to the top 10 men's singles rankings in the world. The Sports Minister also assured the sport persons that government will provide all possible help to them. In cricket, India defeated West Indies by 93 runs in the 3rd ODI at Antigua to take an unassailable lead in the 5-match series. Putting into bat first, India struggled early on, losing opener Shikhar Dhawan and captain Virat Kohli inside 10 overs. But Ajinkya Rahane held fort at the other end with a gritty 72 before MS Dhoni and Kedar Jadhav pushed the visitors' total to 251 for 4. Dhoni remained not out on 78 while Jadhav hit quick-fire 40 runs from 26 balls. In reply, the hosts struggled from the start and were reduced to 87 for 5 in the 20th over. Rahman Powell and Jason Mohammed added for the 6th wicket, but the resistance was soon broken as West Indies were bundled out for 158 in 38.1 overs. For India, spinners R. Ashwin and Kuldeep Yadav bagged 3 wickets each. India now lead the 5-match series 2-0. The 4th ODI will be played on Sunday at the same venue. And that's all we have for you on the news at 6. Thank you so much for joining us.